Hello students, welcome to your channel Zebish English Classes. I hope you all are good, and in today's video lecture I will go ahead with The Tempest Act 1 Scene 2 second part of line by line explanation. So let us go ahead. I had stopped at the speech of Prospero, and from there onwards itself I will start. So from there onwards when I go, then I find it is the speech of Miranda, who is the daughter of Prospero. So Miranda is saying, how came we ashore? That means she is asking this question to her father, how they had reached to the shore. To which Prospero is replying and saying, by providence divine, which means it all had become possible only with the care and support and guidance of God. Hadn't God helped us, though we couldn't ever reach ashore, that too safely. Because as far as we remember, we know it very well that Prospero had been badly cheated by his brother named Antonio, and in the midnight itself he had been banished by his younger brother along with his daughter named Miranda. So how the king of Naples named Alonso had helped Antonio to throw out Prospero from his own kingdom, that too in the mid of the night, along with his daughter named Miranda. And then they were left in a pathetic condition boat, which was so pathetic, so dilapidated that one could not even imagine it to reach ashore with safety. But somehow if they reached ashore with safety, and then they got to live on an island, and for so many years they have survived through those strange and weird conditions of the island, then it is all obviously only because of the will and help and support of God. So this is what is answered by Prospero to Miranda, and then he's saying, some food we had and some fresh water, that a noble Neapolitan Gonzalo, out of his charity, who being then appointed master of this design, did give us with rich garments, linens, stuffs, and necessaries, which since have studied much so of his gentleness. Knowing I loved my books, he furnished me from mine own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom. Then Prospero is telling all this to Miranda and saying he already had some food, some fresh water, and all that had been provided to him by a very kind, gentle, and generous man, you can say, and that is none other than a counselor in the court of Naples named Gonzalo. So Gonzalo, however, was appointed to do the job of leaving them all alone in that darkness, in that pathetic boat. But Gonzalo, being a generous and a nice fellow, had ensured to help them out with whatever necessities he could possibly. Like he had rendered them food and then some fresh water. So he was a kind Neapolitan, or you can say a person from Naples. Such a person who is from Naples is called Neapolitan. So he was a Neapolitan and also a good man, or a gentleman, you can say. And for that gentleness or generosity, he had ensured to provide that required help to Prospero. And also he was understanding, the condition of Prospero, because Prospero was with his small daughter. So out of his charity, you understand that out of that, that generosity, that kindness, he had ensured to help him. However, if we see, then Gonzalo at that point of time was appointed master of this design. That means he was appointed as a captain, or as an in charge of the entire conspiracy or the plan, in the sense that he was given the task of assuring that he leaves those two people in that pathetic boat in the mid of the night and in the center of the sea. so that there is no probability for them to reach any shore anywhere safely, and that they die there as a result of so many perils or dangers which are present in the sea. So Gonzalo was appointed to do that, but contrary to that, what Gonzalo did was he played a wonderful job as a good human being, and he ensured to save the life of Prospero and his daughter. And he provided whatever food, water, and besides that, he also provided good garments, linens, whatever stuffs, whatever materials, and he found necessary for them to continue to live for some amount of time, at least till they could arrange something else. So all those stuffs were provided by Gonzalo to Prospero. And today Prospero wants to confess this to his daughter, that it was only because of all those assistance that were provided to him by Gonzalo that today he could survive, and also his daughter could survive. So he's telling that Gonzalo had also ensured to provide some good books from his own library, that means from the library of Prospero only. Gonzalo had brought some books that were all about magic, that were the books that Prospero used to read when he was in the kingdom. So all those books were brought by Gonzalo, and he provided those books as well to Prospero, so that Prospero could continue to learn from those books. And this is how Prospero was helped a lot by Gonzalo. I prize above my dukedom, that means those books are even much more valuable to Prospero than his dukedom. And we can understand it very well, because for the sake of that knowledge, for chasing that knowledge in the art of magic, he had kept aside the responsibilities and duties of his kingdom and entrusted his brother with those responsibilities and duties. And consequently, what happened, we all know about that. So he's saying that he used to value those books much more than his own kingdom. And all these things were confessed by Prospero to Miranda when Miranda put forth that question ki how they had survived. So he told about Gonzalo, and from here we come to know about the character of Gonzalo, who is a virtuous character undoubtedly and has rendered a great help to Prospero. And also, if Prospero is alive today along with his daughter Miranda, then the credit goes to Gonzalo to a large extent. Miranda is saying, would I might but ever see that man. So Miranda is saying, well, I just wish that I could ever see that good man, that virtuous man who rendered a helping hand to us when we were in so much of need. So Miranda is saying this, to which Prospero replies, now I arise, resumes his mantle. So he takes up his clothes again, or you can say that cloak which was kept aside, he puts on it or wears it again, because now he has to again perform his magic and all. So he's saying, now I must get up, sit still and hear the last of our sea sorrow. So this was commanded by Prospero to Miranda, that you must sit still and listen to the last part of our story of the past, how we had survived and what all we had suffered. So there is a word tribulation, and tribulation means suffering. So this is such a word which you can use somewhere in your answer or something. tribulation, tribulation means suffering. You can write down how Prospero had to undergo so many tribulations when he had been banished by his brother Antonio. So he is talking about all those tribulations or sufferings to his daughter and telling her about everything. Here in this island we arrived, and here have I, thy schoolmaster, made thee more profit than other princes can, that have more time for vainer hours and tutors not so careful. Alright, so here Prospero is also telling this to Miranda that here in this island, after they had arrived, so obviously in this island there was no human being, and every creature that was present here on this island was a kind of a spirit or ghostly, you can say, or supernatural element, kind of a character or creature was there on this island. So there was no human figure as such besides, or you can say except Prospero and Miranda. So Prospero is saying when we arrived here, then there was no one else, and it was not at all a civilized place. It was a deserted island where no human being was living. So here I couldn't arrange any kind of a tutor or master for you, and I had to educate you myself. So I myself became your schoolmaster. But let me tell you that there was a profit of this, there was an advantage of this. Made the more profit means it gave you more profit, or it gave you more advantage, that you were taught by me, by your own father, instead of any other tutor or any other master or any other educator. So let me tell you here, as a teacher, even this thing, that when you are given importance, significance by your parents, when your parents understand the importance of it and they personally take up the task of teaching you, then you tend to learn better, and you tend to learn more, and you understand, the importance of it, because you get a proper environment. So here what happens, that Prospero is saying that I had taken up the task of teaching you personally, and it turned out to be more advantageous for you because I was teaching you, and since I was teaching you personally, I was giving you more time than other princes used to get in their palaces when schoolmasters or tutors or educators were teaching them. So when educators or schoolmasters or tutors, all of them used to go to teach those princes, then there used to be some allotted time period for them, and after that allotted time used to get over, those princes won't be able to start, means other princes were not getting as much time from their tutors and their educators as Miranda used to get, because Miranda's tutor or educator was none other than her father himself. So she used to get more time. However, if we talk about other princes, so they had some allotted time, and after that they won't get to be taught. And also you understand the difference between your parents teaching you and someone from outside. So parents are teaching you, they are always present with you, and they can give you more attention, they can concentrate more, they know more about you. So that's how Miranda was taught much better than other princes. For vainer hours का मतलब है hours that used to go wasteful. So if we talk about Miranda, then Miranda used to get full time, full attention, and there was no wastage of time and wastage of energy, enthusiasm. However, with other princes, they were not taught in that way. So tutors not so careful. You can very well understand a mother or a father teaching you and a tutor teaching you, because tutor is also not aware much about you. He doesn't know you as much as your father knows you. Father will do a non-economic activity. He's not going to be paid for that. He will simply teach you for the sake of love, for the sake of emotions. So his manner will surely differ from the manner a tutor deals with you or teaches you. Miranda is saying, heavens, thank you for it, means thank God for it. And now I pray you, sir, for still it is beating in my mind, your reason for raising this sea storm. So Miranda is saying, all right, thank you so much, and thank God. She's saying thanks to God, and also thanks to Prospero for teaching her so well, for raising her so well. And at the same time, she is saying, and now I pray you, sir, means I request you, sir, for still it is beating in my mind. That means it is still going on in my mind as a question, and I just want to know, I want to find out what was the reason behind causing this sea storm. What was the reason behind raising that sea storm? Why did you cause that sea storm in the sea? That means she is asking about the reason of causing the tempest in the sea. So Prospero is saying, know thus far forth. So he's saying कि whatever you have come to know that thus far, that is enough for you for now. By accident, most strange, bountiful fortune, now my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to this shore, and my prescience I find my zenith doth depend upon a most auspicious star, whose influence, if now I quote not but omit, my fortunes will ever after droop. Here cease more questions, thou art inclined to sleep. It is a good dullness, and give it away. I know thou canst not choose. So Prospero is saying that by accident most strange. That means by that mysterious accident, or by that fate, I should say, that I was lucky enough about it, that I have got these enemies at the same place where I wanted them to be. By accident most strange, that means either you can call it a very weird or peculiar or strange accident, or you can say bountiful fortune, which means my kismet, my luck, my fate has supported me so much. Now, my dear lady, that I have got my enemies to this shore. They have come to this shore due to my good luck, and now my knowledge of this magic is telling me that right now my fate is at its zenith. That means topmost, you can say, productivity. That means my fate is supporting me at its most, and right now if I can execute the plans that I have devised, then it will turn out to be quite beneficial for me. And saying doth means does depend upon a most auspicious star. That means मेरे जो तारे हैं वो इस टाइम बहुत शानदार चल रहे हैं, मेरे सितारे. That means my luck is quite favorable at present, whose influence, if now I quote not but omit. And if I do not take up this opportunity, which is quite favorable for me, then my fortunes will start sinking down or drooping or coming down, and that's how I will begin to lose the game. Here cease means stop more questions. Do not ask me any more question. Thou art inclined to sleep means you must feel drowsy now, and this is how Prospero is going to actually cause drowsiness upon her with the help of his magic, so that she feels sleepy and falls asleep, so that she doesn't ask any more question to Prospero. It is a good dullness. That means you will feel quite drowsy and it will be good for you. And give it away. That means you should surrender to this drowsiness which you will feel, and so that you do not ask me any more questions. I know thou means you canst not choose. That means Prospero is saying that Prospero knows it very well, that he is going to cause this drowsiness upon Miranda in such a way that Miranda will feel helpless about this, and she will not be able to remain awake as a result of that enchantment which will be thrown by Prospero upon her. So as a result, it happens that Miranda sleeps. Come away, servant, come, I'm ready now. Approach, my Ariel, come. Then Prospero is saying, come away, my servant, now I'm ready, and I want you to turn up in front of me so that we can go ahead to execute our plans. It's the best time to execute them because they had been devised in such a way that the presence of those enemies at the same place was essential, and at present if we see, then those enemies have come to this shore luckily or accidentally or somehow. So this is how obviously it can be concluded that the fortune or fate of Prospero is quite favorable for him presently. So enter Ariel, that means Ariel enters the scene, and Ariel is saying, all hail, great master, grave sir, hail, I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to rive on the curled clouds, to thy strong bidding task, Ariel and all his quality. So Ariel enters the scene and welcome and greetings, okay, and says some greetings to his great master, that is Prospero, and also says that Ariel is ready in all the ways to follow the commands of his master, and says, whether you ask me to fly high in the sky or to swim in the sea or to dive into the fire, I'm ready to plunge into the fire as well. I'm ready to take a ride onto the clouds. That means whatever strong or difficult task that you can probably or give to me, I'm ready to do all of them. So Ariel says this, and Ariel is saying, Ariel and all his quality, that means Ariel is ready to follow all those commands, and not only Ariel but also those meaner spirits that work under the command of Ariel. They all are set to follow the commands of Prospero. Prospero is saying, hast thou, spirit, performed to point the tempest that I bade thee? That means, have you, spirit, performed that particular tempest in the sea in the same way as I had bade you, means I had commanded you. Bade is actually a past tense of bid, which means to command. Thee means you. So Prospero asked this question to Ariel, whether the task which was given by Prospero to Ariel to cause a tempest in the sea in a particular way, was it performed in the same way, it was asked. To which Ariel replies, to every article, which means I have ensured to follow every single point of your command in that particular plan. Like you had asked me to cause a tempest in the sea, and I have caused a tempest in the sea exactly in the same way as you had asked me to do, and it was in a particular way. Now you must be remembering what was that particular way. It was in this way that the tempest should have been caused in the sea, at the same time ensuring not to harm anyone at all, but just to frighten those souls. So Ariel is saying that I have followed your command in the best way. I boarded the king's ship, now on the beak, now in the waist, the deck, in every cabin. I flamed amazement. Sometime I would divide and burn in many places. On the topmast, the yard's bowsprit, would I flame distinctly, then meet and join Jove's lightnings, the precursors, then meet of the dreadful thunderclaps, more momentary and sight outrunning, were not the fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring. The most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege and make his bold waves tremble, ye his dread trident shake. All right. So Ariel here tells this to Prospero, that Ariel had boarded the ship, that means had entered the ship and created a lot of panic, a lot of fear or apprehension, you can say, and a lot of wonders in the ship, in that ship after entering that ship. Is talking about different parts of the ship, is saying that waist, deck, cabin, means every single part of the ship was like claimed by Ariel, was targeted by Ariel, and everywhere Ariel had tried its best, to cause that amazement. So I flamed amazement, that means I had done so much of wonders, and at the same time I used to I would just divide, and burn in many places. That means I would just ensure that all the places over there were in the same amazement, like on the topmast, then yards and bowsprit, and I would cause flame distinctly. That means at different places I would cause separately, so that it could be noticeable or conspicuous or visible to them, and they could feel wonderstruck. They could get wonderstruck. Then meet and join. All right, after all that, I had also taken assistance from Jove. I had taken Jove's lightning. So Jove is Jupiter, and that is the head of classical gods and responsible for the department of causing lightning. So I had taken help from Jove. I had taken Jove's lightnings. The precursors means the messengers of the dreadful thunderclaps. So we know that because of the speed of light, it happens that lightning takes place first, and it is followed by the clouds thundering after that. So it happens that here Ariel is saying that Jove's lightnings, that means the lightning, Jove's lightnings, the precursors. It has been said that Jove's lightnings are the messengers. They are the messengers of the dreadful thunderclaps, which means they are the messengers of that roaring sound of the clouds, or you can say thunders of the clouds. So here they have been referred to as the messengers just because lightning is simultaneously followed by the thundering of the clouds. So Jove light, as soon as you get you get to see the lightning, you know it well that this lightning will be followed by the thunderclap of the clouds. So that's why Ariel is saying that I had taken help from Jove, I had taken lightnings from Jove, and those lightnings, as you know, is a messenger of the dreadful or terrible thunderclaps. And it was all not momentary at all, but it was quite long lasting. It was not sight outrunning. It means that it was not like momentary or ephemeral or short lasting, or would simply pass away from your sight in a moment. It would stay there for quite a long amount of time, so that it could be very much visible, conspicuous and noticeable to them, so that they could actually feel frightened and afraid or scared of all of that. The fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune. All right, और वो जो फायर और क्रैक्स था सल्फ्यूरस का रोर करता हुआ जो साउंड होता था, और इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट द माइटी नेपट्यून, दैट मीन्स अ powerful Neptune. Mighty means powerful. Then is saying that mighty Neptune. Who is Neptune? Now again, it is something which is important, that is god of the sea. According to Roman mythology, Neptune is a god of the sea. So seem to besiege. ऐसा लगता था कि जैसे पूरी तरह से फायर और क्रैक्स जो है सल्फ्यूरस रोरिंग के उन्होंने पूरी तरह से क्या कर लिया है, बिसीज कर लिया है. इसका मतलब घेर लिया है चारों तरफ से. किसको? सी को घेर लिया है और सी गॉड को besiege कर लिया है. And make his bold waves tremble, or because sea god is like besieged from all the sides by the roaring sound and by that fire and cracks, thunder, lightning, everything. And that's why you could easily see the waves in the sea trembling very badly. Ye his dread trident shake. That means you could easily see that there was so much of confusion in the sea that even that weapon which is held by Neptune, and which is like a trademark of Neptune, you can say. It is believed according to Roman mythology only. So even that trident or that weapon of Neptune would start shaking. You can understand that it must be such a terrible condition that even the god of sea with his trident, which is a thrice forked spear actually, and a symbol for god of the ocean or god of the sea to hold, and it was shaken as well, which is showing that the tempest was so atrocious and they were also helpless. If god of the sea or the ocean himself seems to be in a pathetic condition and so helpless, then you can understand all those people in the ship which was in that sea when tempest arose there. Prospero is saying, my brave spirit, who was so firm, so constant, that this quarrel would not infect his reason. So Prospero is asking this question to Ariel. Can you tell me about that particular person? My brave spirit means my wonderful spirit. Please tell me one thing. Was there anyone in that ship as a passenger और यू कैन से whoever was there in the ship, तो उसमें से कोई एक भी क्या ऐसा था जिसके ऊपर इस पूरे हादसे का, इंसिडेंट का असर ना हुआ हो, जो इन सब के बावजूद भी फर्म कांस्टेंट रहा हो, और इस पूरे क्वाइल कन्फ्यूजन और पूरे डिस्ट्रक्शन ने उसके ऊपर असर ना डाला हो और उसकी रीजनिंग को इन्फेक्ट ना किया हो, उसके माइंड को इफेक्ट ना किया हो? क्या कोई ऐसा था इतना फर्म, इतना मजबूत, जिसके ऊपर असर ना हुआ हो? Ariel is saying, not a soul, not even a single person, but felt a fever of the mad. Not even a single person was there in the ship who could not be affected by that tempest in the sea and played some tricks of desperation. That means every one of them had gone so much out of their senses that they had started behaving crazily. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine and quit the vessel, then all afire with me. So everyone was in that particular condition. However, if we talk about the mariners, then they had been plunged or dived in the foaming brine. Foaming brine refers to the salty water. Here it refers to the salty water of the sea, and foaming because in the sea, due to the tempest, foams were arising, and those mariners had been dived or plunged, वो डूब गए थे उस सॉल्ट के, उस salty water में, उस sea water में. And they had left the vessel, that means they had left the ship. And after that, all afire with me, और बाकी के जो लोग थे, they all were suffering from that flame, from that fire with me. The king's son, if we talk about, that is Ferdinand, with hair up staring. और फर्डिनेंड की अगर बात करें तो उसका तो इतना ज़्यादा बुरा हाल हो गया था कि उसके बाल एकदम खड़े हो गए थे. देन लाइक रीड्स नॉट है, ऐसा लग रहा था झाड़ू की तरह ऊपर खड़े हो गए उसके बाल. It was no more like hair, it was more like reeds. Was the first man that leaped and cried, and he was the first person who had jumped from that ship and who had cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here." He had cried in this way कि आज लगता है नर्क खाली हो गया और सारे के सारे शैतान यहाँ मौजूद हैं. So Prospero is saying, why? That's my spirit. All right, that's very good. You have done a wonderful job and I must appreciate you for that, was said by Prospero. Then is saying, but was not this nigh shore? But didn't it happen near the shore? Near the seashore, he means to ask. Ariel is saying, close by, my master. No, this incident happened very close. That means very close to the seashore. Prospero is saying, but are they, Ariel, safe? Again, now this is something really important. And this question, which was put forth by Prospero, is also revealing or disclosing his characteristic to us, that he is quite a virtuous personality, and at the same time he had ensured not to harm anyone of them. So he is saying, but were they all saved now? Ariel is saying, not a hair perished. That means even their hair was not harmed. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. और उनके कपड़ों पर भी एक दाग नहीं आया था, एक धब्बा नहीं आया था, बल्कि ये था कि जब वो जा रहे थे तो उनके कपड़े उतने फ्रेश नहीं होंगे जितने फ्रेश उनके कपड़े तब थे जब वो लौट रहे थे. And they had already suffered, that tempest, everything. And as thou badest me means as you had commanded this to me, in troops I have dispersed them about the isle. Okay, so I have ensured to disperse them on this island in different groups as per your command. The king's son have I landed by himself. All right, so it was the command of Prospero to Ariel that those people in the ship should be scattered on the island in different separate groups. So this is what Ariel had done, but at the same time it was a command to Ariel by Prospero that only king's son, that means Ferdinand, should be left all alone, whom I left cooling of the air with sighs, and whom when I left, though he was like taking deep breath in an odd angle of the isle and sitting his arms in this sad knot. That means he was sitting in such a way that his arms were tied up and he was sitting in this way, अपने हाथों को बांध कर, और बहुत ही ऑड सी जगह पे आइलैंड की वो बैठा हुआ था और बहुत ही सैड था, because he was under this impression that he had lost all his dear ones, including his father. Prospero is saying of the king's ship, The mariners say how thou hast disposed and all the rest of the fleet. Prospero is saying, what about the king's ship? And what about the mariners say how thou hast disposed. Thou means you have disposed and all the rest of the fleet. All right. So here Prospero, see, since Ariel has just come back after executing that particular important, most important, one of the most important steps of his plan, and that's why Prospero is taking all the details from Ariel and asking, ये बताओ उस किंग की शिप का फिर क्या हुआ, तुमने क्या किया, मैरिनर्स मतलब सेलर्स के साथ क्या किया, हाउ यू डिस्पोज्ड देम, और बाकी के जो पैसेंजर्स थे, जो बाकी के फ्लीट थे शिप के ऊपर, उनके साथ तुमने क्या किया. एरियल इज सेइंग सेफली इन हार्बर इज़ द किंग शिप, मतलब किंग की शिप को सेफली हार्बर पे पहुंचा दिया, मतलब उसको लैंड कर दिया है. इन द डीप नूक मीन्स इन अ डीप कॉर्नर वेयर वंस thou calledst me up at midnight to fetch dew from the still vexed Bermudes. All right. उसी जगह पर जहाँ पे आपने एक बार हमें बुलाया था आधी रात में, वहाँ से आपने हमें कहा था कुछ ड्यूज़ लाने के लिए. Right, still vexed Bermudes. So it is actually referring to that particular place, Bermudas. और वहाँ पे जो कुछ storm, तो जो बर्मुदास का जो आइलैंड है वहाँ पर जो कुछ स्टॉर्म से ड्रॉप्स गिरे हुए थे, उन ड्रॉप्स को आपने हमसे वहाँ से मंगवाया था. स्टिल वेक्सेड बर्मूड्स का मतलब है उस बर्मुदा के आइलैंड पे जब स्टॉर्म के बाद जो भी स्टॉर्म की ड्रॉप्स बची हुई थी, स्टिल दे वर प्रेजेंट एंड दे वर वेक्सिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर प्लेस. सो वो आपने मंगवाया था उन ड्यूज़ को, और तभी हम लेने के लिए गए थे. उसी जगह पर हमने उसको हाइड करके रखा है. शी इज़ हिड. Here she refers to that vessel. Vessel is nothing but that ship. तो शिप को कहा जा रहा है वेसल, और शिप को ही यहाँ पर शी से रेफ़र किया गया है. इट हैज़ बीन personified. तो शिप को वहाँ पर हमने हाइड कर दिया है. The mariners are all under hatches stout. Okay. The who with a charm joined to their suffered labor, I have left asleep. All right. फिर उन्होंने कहा कि मैरिनर्स की अगर हम बात करें तो मैरिनर्स को हमने वहाँ पर इस तरीके से छोड़ दिया है हैचेस के अंदर कि वो सब आपस में सेफ़ रहें, और उन सब को बिकॉज दे वर ऑल्सो वेरी मच टायर्ड बिकॉज ऑफ देयर जर्नी एंड वॉट एवर दे सफ़र्ड. सो I have done such an enchantment upon them that they fell asleep. So they all are sleeping. और बाकी के जो फ्लीट मतलब बाकी के जो पैसेंजर्स थे शिप के, I dispersed them. Which I dispersed, they all have met again. All right. तो जिनको हमने disperse किया था वो सब एक जगह पर वापस मिल गए हैं and are upon the Mediterranean float. That means वो इस टाइम पर Mediterranean sea पर है. Bound sadly home for Naples, and they all are about to leave for Naples, but they are very sad because they are under this impression that they have already lost all their other companions. Supposing that they saw the king's shipwrecked, and they are also under this impression that they have witnessed the shipwreck of that ship which they were accommodating, in which they had accommodated themselves, and his great person perish. So they think that they have witnessed king's death. King has perished or died, and they have witnessed shipwreck of that ship of the king. So they are under this impression, and consequently they are very, very sad. So see why here Prospero has ensured that these other passengers should safely reach Naples back, because they were in no way involved in that conspiracy against Prospero, and Prospero doesn't have anything to teach them as a lesson for life. So he doesn't need them here on this island. He doesn't want to cause them any kind of a trouble at all, even temporarily also. क्योंकि उनकी तो कोई गलती नहीं थी, तो फिर they should reach home back safely. उनको क्यों परेशान किया जाए. इसलिए Prospero is ensuring कि वो वापस अपने घर चले जाएं. Prospero is saying, Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed. And Ariel, you have performed your duty very, very well. But there is more work. What is the time of the day? At the same time, he is also saying, but this is not the end of the task. You have got more things to do. For now, I would like to know the time of the day. This was asked by Prospero. So I think I should wind it up here for this video lecture, and this is just the part 2. I will go ahead for part 3 explanation, line by line explanation of this act 1 scene 2. This is quite a big scene, so we must do it in parts, and I hope you understood this much. Thank you so much for watching.